And welcome back to the forum here at the Global Entrepreneurship Initiative. I am really excited to bring up our next speaker to the podium. She is the daughter of Professor Dr. Manfred Bruno Porkit, the creator of the English-Latin terminology for Chinese medicine. She is an artist. She is a writer. She's a merger yoga master and an astrologer, and she is going to share her story and insights with you today. Please welcome to the stage, Franca Borgia.
Hello. Hello. You certainly agree that a gesture says more than 1,000 words, doesn't it? Yes. Therefore, I would love to skip the small talk and just dive in. I would love to quote a friend of mine who is a chess master, and he often likes to say that you have to consider the entire chessboard, whatever move you make. And therefore, we, as the population of this lovely medium-sized planet, we should look at the entire chessboard as well. Because whatever move we make, how insignificant it may seem, it impacts the whole game. Today, I have the honor to speak to you in my quality as the executive organizer and artistic supervisor of the Green Future Group, which has been founded by Wilfried Scheuer and Professor Franz Herrmann from Vienna University of Business and Economics. Professor Herrmann, in the year 2015, in occasion of the 69th General Assembly of United Nations, has elaborated the arguments against the insolvency of national states, the philosophical and economical foundations to solve the problem of public debt. This is a very fascinating topic that today we will not be able to cover, but I highly recommend you to study his writings. You certainly agree that materially as a species we are really well off, right? But spiritually, we live in Stone Age. Right? Because scientific research proves that trees entertain subterranean communication on a global scale. We, as human beings, lack fearless and confident communication on a global scale. We do lack communication. And it's very serious. And we can experience the effects of this lack of communication each and every day in varying degrees. In a spiritually evolved society, there should be no fear. Fear is always a result of ignorance. We know that the world never stands still. On a subatomic level, everything is in motion. We either create or disintegrate. We know that already. So, ignorance on a global scale is either increased or decreased. It is up to us, each and every one of us, where we, the inhabitants of this lovable medium-sized planet, are going. Each and every breath we take reinforces and confirms our presence. What do we stand for? We, the Green Future Group, for instance, would love to eradicate the causes of global warming by making the desert green again. That's also why we call ourselves the Green Future Group. These projects require the support of international and local authorities. These initiatives to improve education and economy will encourage the local population of Northwest Africa to leverage opportunities in their home countries instead of migrating to Europe or North America. The Sahel Zone is a region in Northwest Africa, and the presidents of the Sahel Zone and the ministers of foreign affairs of Mali and Mauritania are interested in these projects. Actually, the president of Niger is promoting these ambitious projects for building schools and improving the infrastructure. These improvements are desired, planned, and intended in the entire area of the Sahel Zone. This automatically decreases migration. We are in the preparational stage. The realization of these development projects is encouraged by the powers that be. Our Green Corporation program, our project development includes, just to give you an idea what's going to come, truck and bus production, pipeline, Nigeria, Morocco, about 6,000 kilometers, a green industrial free zone for companies and enterprises, container port construction for the free zone, crude oil refinery, highway construction, 5,000 kilometers, railway construction, 4,000 kilometers, aircraft production, small aircraft productions, and also air parks, right? Africa taxi production, at least 100,000 units. Shetinin schools, maybe you've never heard about that concept, is very interesting. Russian health center, gold refinery, and vocational schools. So, let's take a little side step to Asia, because you all know there is a country called Bangladesh, northeast of India. Last summer, I visited the tomb of a friend near Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. This young man was 24 years old when he passed on. He was, regardless of his young age, equally passionate about improving the living conditions for the people of his country as he was exhausted by the hard experiences of his young life. We had been planning to launch a new fashion line going along with development projects for the local textile workers. If you, and I mean really everybody who is listening to this talk, if you would love to effectively decrease ignorance and suffering is always the result of ignorance, we know that, you are invited to connect with us. Let's make a change. In Northwest Africa or in Bangladesh, we are ready to go. It was my pleasure.